another project. This is inside my RV, and I've got a little bit of water damage down here. See that? This inside these RVs, these cabinets are made out of paper laminated particle board. Water is its worst enemy. So I've never been totally happy with this sink. I mean, it works. I use it every day. But it's got this panel on the front here. Let me open this up. And this is where all of the stuff is, plumbing wise and whatnot. I don't know if this is going to show up. But anyway, I realized when I took the panel off because of the water damage that I've got areas for storage. So I'm going to make a modification on this thing and probably put another door down here. I'm thinking on this end here, I might put in a magazine holder. So we're going to modify this. Hope you enjoy this. Hey you guys, okay, another project on this RV rebuild. So the height of the cabinet is 34¼ inches. So we're going to cut this at 35 for now, just to get a rough cut. Because I got to cut the other end off. This is a new board, and they're not always square on the end cuts. So I always just go ahead, give myself a little extra. We're using poplar on this because it's a cabinet, and I used it before and it stained up pretty close to what the RV interior was. So we're gonna cut these pieces. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 pieces at this length. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this down with the Shopsmith really fast. Hey YouTube, with an RV, the furniture part of it, or the cabinetry and everything, you have to think about the weight all the time. But I don't want to make it so heavy that I have a hard time pulling it up hills. So building up this replacement cabinet, and keeping that in mind like I've done before, is I just end up just using pocket screws and glue. There's so much movement in an RV that I need to build this stuff up so that I can easily replace parts or take it back apart. So that's where we're at. Right now I'm just trying to figure out where this centerpiece will go. This is the front part of the carcass. So it's right about there. 13 1/4, and I guess, you know, the you don't really need to know dimensions on this thing because of course it's unique. So I'm going to just put this up like so, just to kind of hold it in place. What we're going to do here is we're planning to put the pocket screws in. So basically, let's see if this will work. That's the front frame piece. And this is not going to be built like a kitchen cabinet carcass with 3/4 inch plywood. Because of the weight, so it just uses 1/8 inch plywood panels, but actually instead of the plywood, I have enough of this poplar that I might just do panels and cut down, resaw my boards to 1/8 inch thick, or maybe even buy it, I'm not sure yet, to build the panel set, because I want to do raised panels. So that's where I'm at right now. I've got the front done. I want to get this all planned out. We've got to round over the edges on this side and this side, on the outer edge only. So that's coming up. But yeah, you'll see how this works. It's not hard, but it might be interesting. Alright YouTube, so since this isn't a non-stop project, I put some blue tape down here on the pieces to write on, so that I don't mess the wood up any. So this is the back side. I've decided the back side by looking at the grain that I want. So now now that I know it's the back, grain is running this direction and this direction. So my understanding on pocket screws, I think, is that I shouldn't put the threads into the grain this direction like this, because it'll be weaker. If I go this way, the grain runs this way. That would be the smarter place to put it, because I can get a tighter grip pulling from the grain that way. That's what I understand. Let me know if that's wrong, but that's what we're going to do. So next step is to go ahead and break this back apart really fast, get my jig out, my pocket screw jig, and go ahead and cut the pockets. So I'll be cutting the pockets on these, let's see, how does that work? Stile and rail and stiles? Anyway, these cross members. Like I said, I'm not a professional, you know that. So I apologize if I'm not using the right terminology, but I know this will work. So that's what we're going to do next. So I appreciate you watching.